In this video, I'm going to teach you guys what the law of attraction is, what to do before you use it, how to use it, common mistakes that people make, and signs that your manifestation is coming. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rachel Smiles, and if you are interested in topics on spirituality, law of attraction, self-development, and bringing joy into every aspect of your life, then you are definitely going to want to subscribe below for new content every Monday and Thursday. So today's video is going to be everything that you need to know about the law of attraction. I realize that I'm about 15 videos in at this point and I still don't have a law of attraction video, and that's basically what my whole channel is about. So before I begin, I want to give you guys a little bit of a background about me. So when I was about 16 years old, I started studying spirituality. Now, the first book I ever read about the law of attraction was called The Secret, and since then I've read dozens of other books going deeper into the topic. So my goal for this video is to encompass as much knowledge as I can in the shortest amount of time, where it's still basic but also goes a little bit deeper in a way that a beginner can understand. And basically all the information that I wish I knew just when I was starting out. So let's start out with the very basics, which is what is the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction has layers to it, but the most basic explanation is that the thoughts that we think and the feelings we have are what create our reality. Now, I'm going to get deeper into it as we go along, but that's the very basic mainstream definition of what the law of attraction is. Now, it's called the law of attraction because it is a law of the universe. Similarly to the way that gravity is a law for everyone, regardless of your race, your gender, your religion, your beliefs, anything, the law of gravity is going to work for everyone. So regardless of if you believe in the law of gravity, it's still going to be in effect for you if you decide to jump off a balcony. Now, if you know how to use the law of gravity and you know how to work with the law that affects everyone, then you're going to know that if you're going to jump off a balcony, that it's not going to end well. So because the law of attraction is a law for everybody, you don't need to be aware of its existence, but knowing how it works and how it affects all of our lives will benefit us because you know how to work with it to live a life of your fullest potential. Now, when you master the law of attraction, you can literally attract anything you want into your life. The rule for manifestation is that if you can think it in your mind, then you can experience it in your reality. This means that your thoughts turn into physical, material things. But this also means that if your thoughts are constantly focused on negative things happening, you're consuming yourself with a negative environment, with negative content and negative thoughts at all time, then you're gonna find yourself being reflected with a negative reality. Versus if you're constantly thinking about things that you want that are positive, you're consuming yourself with high vibrational content, then you will attract more positive things into your life. Now, the concept sounds pretty basic and simple when I explain it this way, but the deeper you go into it, the more you understand how powerful you really are as a creator of your own life, how your thoughts dictate how every single thing unfolds into your life. Now, for so many years, people have known this information, known how powerful our minds truly are, but it was kept more concealed. What we haven't seen in history is the common knowledge of this law. And in recent years, we're really seeing a rise in spirituality and in the understanding of how the world works and how much we are truly in control of our lives with our thoughts. Now, I think the book is called The Secret because at one point, this was a secret, and not many people were open to the idea that our thoughts are creating our reality. But now we see ourselves living in a time when people are more awakened to the idea that this is a reality. So the law of attraction, it is a journey to really master and perfect. It isn't like you learn it and then you're just magically a master manifester. It doesn't work like that. It takes practice, it takes experience, and it takes learning and having the desire to learn more about it. But you can change overnight if you decide that you want to make the change today to work with this law in your everyday life. Now, before we get into how to use the law of attraction and how to manifest things, I want to tell you guys two things. And the first thing I want you guys to do before you manifest is to be open to this experience and to understand that everything that you want in this world already exists. Every single outcome already exists. It's just about tapping into and aligning with the frequency of the outcome you want. And number two is that you need to accept responsibility that everything that is currently in your life up until this point has been completely created by you. Whether you were conscious of this law or not, you manifested everything that's in your current reality. Every decision you made, good and bad, has led you to the place that you are at right now. Now, this is probably the hardest part about really believing and diving deep into the law of attraction, because we don't want to take responsibility for everything that we've caused. But the truth is, in this life, everything is a reflection of where we currently are vibration-wise. So nothing outside of our vibration can enter into our lives. So every friendship, every relationship, and every circumstance in our current reality has been created by our minds, even if that's subconscious. But I also don't want you guys to be scared off or afraid because of that, because now you can use the tools that we're going to learn to change your life for the best moving forward. You now can work with the universe rather than just going through life blindly and subconsciously setting yourself up to be receiving negative events in your life. Now let's get into the tools that you can use to free yourself of the chains that have been holding you back for far too long. So let's get into how we can actually manifest. If you take a look at your life right now and you don't like what you see and you think you deserve better, then you need to change it. Okay, maybe it's not that easy, but let's get into how we can practically actually do this and how we can manifest into our lives. So the first thing you need to do is you need to desire it. You need to not be afraid to ask the universe for what you want. Now, this one sounds kind of stupid because obviously you want better. Like, who doesn't want better? But the truth is that we subconsciously don't think that we deserve better. So we don't even ask for things that we don't even think that we can really get. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe in the universe that the universe can deliver. So you need to ask for what you want, because you cannot receive what you don't ask for. You need to know what it is you want, otherwise you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get positive things in your life if you don't specify exactly what it is you want. So don't be afraid to specifically decide what it is you want and then ask the universe for it. Now, number two is believing that it is possible. If you don't believe that what you're asking for is possible to happen, then you need to find a way to make yourself believe that it's possible. So for example, if you're trying to manifest your dream car, then you need to think of ways that it can be possible. You need to be open to the idea that somehow the universe can make it happen for you. And going along with that, if you have a limiting belief on maybe why something can't happen, then that's what you need to focus on for this one. Because if you want to manifest having your dream car, but you have a limiting belief that you can't save up money, then you need to work on crushing that limiting belief first so that you can believe that this dream car is possible to receive. Number three is using manifestation techniques. Now, I'm gonna briefly talk about this because I could fully make a whole separate video all about manifestation techniques, but I'll briefly explain some of the ones that I use. So one of the manifestation techniques is scripting, which is basically writing out what you want to manifest and expressing gratitude through paper, writing exactly what you want as if you already have it. Another way is through visualization. And what visualization is basically visualizing, imagining your desire, what you want to manifest, as if it's already here, as if it's already now. Another one is affirmations, which is basically reaffirming to yourself statements such as I am blank and whatever you want to manifest. It is saying over and over to yourself these kind of mantras, these sayings that will empower you, that will make you truly believe that what you want is possible to enter your reality. And quickly, one more is meditation. And basically what meditation is, at least to me, is just finding a way to be in the present moment, to be present with your thoughts, to not be thinking of the future, to not be thinking of the past, just be present and to manifest that way. Now, the common theme that all of these manifestation techniques have is that they're all acting as if. Because when you act like you already have what you're desiring, then you're not feeling like you are lacking something. And when you lack something, you keep it in the future. So things you want to keep in mind when you're using these techniques is how would you feel when you receive what you want to receive? And try to feel that feeling right now. What would you do in your day? Who would you surround yourself with? What would your daily routine look like? And embody that right now. Because by embodying how your life would be when you have those things, if you feel it right now, then you are aligning yourself and opening yourself up to receiving it. You're making the manifestations come so much quicker this way. So this leads me to my next point, which is letting go. So you ask for what you want, you believe it can happen, you work on manifesting it with manifesting techniques, and now what you need to do is you need to let it go. Now this one is so important, and it's probably the number one thing that people mess up on, and it's the reason that people's manifestations don't come into fruition. You need to not be concerned with how it's going to end up in your life. No matter if it seems impossible, no matter what comes in your way, you need to just believe and let go that it is going to come into your life in the perfect timing. You can't be concerned with exactly how it's going to get into your life and obsess with how it's going to come into your life, because that's not your job. You ask for it, you give it into the hands of the universe, and now it's in the universe's hands to deliver it to you. The how is not your concern. All you're concerned with is putting it out there, requesting it to the world, and then being open to receiving it. But if you don't let go, then you're not going to give that space for that thing to be able to enter your life. You need to let go of the outcome and stop hoping for the future, because that's exactly where you're going to leave it. When you focus on not having something, then you are in a lack mentality. And when you're in a lack mentality, that is pushing your desires away. So again, eliminate time and be it right now. Embody it now. What would it feel like if you had it now, but let go of the outcome? Just know it's gonna come and feel it right now, and just wait for it to enter your life. Now, number 5 is to receive your manifestation. Yep, that's it. Receive it. Put it out there into the universe. Once you let it go, the last step is just to receive it. I can't tell you how many times people are so close to receiving their manifestations, but because they give up too soon, they think it's not going to happen for them. They just give up and then they don't receive their manifestation. You need to completely let go of the outcome from happening in order to receive it. So all of these steps are necessary in order to receive them. Now, also when you receive, you really want to make sure that you're being grateful for the universe working for you. And the awesome thing about manifesting is that once you manifest something, you start to believe in the process more, and you're able to attract bigger and better things. So my advice to you is that if you're trying to attract something, to maybe start with something a little bit smaller and then work your way up the more you start to believe in the power of the universe. Because it's always our own limiting beliefs that is our number one blockage from manifesting what we want. It's that ego mind that's trying to tell us that this is not logical, because it's not logical. And that's the thing about this world, is that there is a spiritual realm and the physical realm, and they are both one and the same. But in this physical realm, you cannot see the spiritual world around us with your physical eye. So now I want to move on to the common mistakes that I have seen or that I've heard of, why people's manifestations don't come into fruition. One of the first common mistakes that people make is focusing on the bad things or things that they don't want to happen. So like I said earlier, what you focus on, what your dominant thoughts are what create your reality. So if you're dominantly focusing on the negative, or saying, I really don't want there to be a storm today, I really don't want this person to reject me, anything negative that you're thinking, you're putting your focus in that thing happening. So even though you're saying you don't want it, the universe doesn't know the difference between the word don't and the word do. So the universe just hears, I want a bad relationship. I want someone to be mean to me today. So if you don't want someone to reject you, but you're constantly thinking of how you don't want them to reject you, all the universe can hear is, I want them to reject me. I don't believe in myself. I think they're gonna reject me. So we wanna really catch where our thoughts are coming from and switch it. So instead of saying, I don't want them to reject me, you can look at it in a more positive light and say, I love how everyone accepts me and loves me for exactly who I am on the inside as well as on the outside, and I know this person is going to welcome me just like everyone else in my life does. Do you see how different that mindset is? People can really feel energy. If you're putting out a desperate, needy energy, then that really can be felt by people. So try to catch yourself when you notice yourself going to that negative pattern of planning for the worst to happen. Number 2 is always keeping it in the future. Saying things like, I wish, or I need, or I want. That implies that you don't have it right now, that it's not in your life. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's not in my life. Yeah, you're right, it's not in your life. But if you keep thinking that it's in the future, then it's just gonna stay in the future. So that's where these manifestation techniques come in, where you can do all these things like scripting and affirmations and trick your subconscious mind into believing that you already have that thing. So for example, if you want to manifest $100 tomorrow morning, instead of saying, I really want $100 tomorrow morning, say, I'm so grateful that I found $100. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. In fact, I'm so happy that I'm gonna give some money away to charity because I just got $100. Like, acting as if it's already happened. So what would you do? How would you feel if that already happened? And do that, and be that, and feel that, and be in that energy so that you can align to that thing that you want. If you're thinking it's always in the future, then it's always gonna stay in the future. Number 3 is not letting go and creating resistance. Now, I already mentioned letting go and how important it is, but I just want to reiterate it here because it's so important to understand that the only difference between us getting our manifestation and not getting our manifestation is our own personal resistance that we create. Now, this is gonna sound crazy, but when you order Uber Eats, the likelihood of that Uber Eats coming and the likelihood of you finding $1,000 on the floor tomorrow, it's the same equal chance. The only thing that creates the difference between the Uber Eats manifesting and coming to your doorstep when you order it versus finding the $1,000 on the floor is the resistance. When you place the order for the Uber Eats, you completely let go. You know for 100% fact that that Uber Eats is gonna show up at your door. You're not second guessing it, you're not questioning it, you know it's coming, so you just let go, you don't care. You're not constantly thinking, when is it coming, oh my gosh. I mean, maybe you're really hungry, but nonetheless, you still are certain that it's coming. Versus the $1,000, you're like, I don't know, this is really unlikely, I don't know if it's gonna happen. So you create a resistance, you create that separation between you and that $1,000. So that's why I say to start out small and to move your way up, the more certain you get in your manifesting abilities. Number 4 is just thinking it and not feeling it. This one is huge, and it's one that I didn't realize when I first started with the law of attraction. I thought it was all about our thoughts and all about just reaffirming things to ourselves. But feeling is not a physical thing, right? It's not something that you can measure, really. It's a feeling, it's an energy force. If you feel like something is gonna happen, then you can align yourself to it. But if you don't feel like it's possible, then it's not gonna be possible. The more you think about something though, it could eventually translate into feelings. And feelings are much more powerful. So that's what we really wanna strive towards. When we say thoughts, it's because thoughts create feelings eventually over time. When you reiterate something to yourself enough, it will create a feeling. So that's what we want to work towards and strive towards. Number 5 is giving up too soon. Now, I see this so many times is people give up right before their manifestations are gonna happen. And that's the thing about consistency, is that you need to keep going through the process and reassessing things because it's going to show up in your life. But not if you are resisting it, not if you are giving up too easily. If you want to be a master manifester, if you want to manifest things into your life, then you need to keep your consciousness strong. Now I'm going to tell you guys the 5 signs that your manifestations are coming. So how do you know not to give up? How do you know that it's right around the corner and that you should just completely let go and continue exactly what you're doing and that you're doing something right? So number 1 is that you're going to start to feel more in alignment. Basically what that means is that things are flowing to you a little bit more easily. For example, when you think about someone's name and then they text you, stuff like that. So things kind of just happening more in flow in your life and kind of coming together, that is a sign that your manifestation is right around the corner. Now, another thing is reoccurring signs. For example, if you're seeing 111, 222, 333, 444, all of these numbers, they all have significance, and it's all the universe trying to send you a message through numerology and through different signs. And if you wanted to, you can Google, what does 111 mean? Like, what angel number is it? And it will tell you. Number 3 is that unexpected people will reach out. People that you haven't spoken to for a long time, new people entering into your life, new opportunities coming into your life. The reason that this is a sign that your manifestation is coming is because the way that the universe works and the way that the universe will give us our manifestations is through people. It's through the physical world. You're not just gonna wake up one day and the universe is going to show up, an angel's gonna fly out of the sky and give you a package of what you asked for. It's going to find a way to lead you to where you need to be through people. A person from your past may randomly come up and ask you if you want to hang out and go to this party and meet a bunch of people, and maybe you don't want to go, but if you do go, it's really the universe's way of leading you to meet that soulmate that you've been trying to manifest. So if people are reaching out to you with unusual requests, then that is a sign that you are going to be guided in the right direction to be in the perfect place to receive your manifestation. Number 4 is dreams. And dreams are probably the most underrated things in the world because it's literally our subconscious mind giving us direct messages. Usually it's through symbols and different signs, but it's up to us to interpret what it really means to us. I know for me, sometimes I have dreams when I am manifesting something. I have dreams of kind of the opposite of my manifestation happening. So what that tells me is that that is something I need to work on in order for my manifestation to come. So it's like my subconscious mind is telling me you are doubtful of this happening, so you need to work on why you're doubtful of that. So that's how I interpret my dreams. Our dreams are telling us something, so be open to listening to them. And number 5 is that you are starting to recognize things that don't serve you. You're recognizing limiting beliefs that you have. You want to focus on finding out what is coming in between you from manifesting your dream. Recognize what's not serving you and get it out of your way so that your manifestation can come into your life. And another thing that goes into this is sometimes the universe will actually push things out of your life to make room for the manifestation to come. So also, if you're feeling like things are falling apart, I thought they're supposed to come together, sometimes things need to fall apart in order to come together, to allow better things to enter your life. That's all for me in this video. If you have any questions regarding the law of attraction, manifestation, or anything in this video, please leave your questions down below in the comments or DM them to me, and I'll be sure to make a follow-up video in the future answering all of the questions and going deeper into it if that's what you guys are interested in. Obviously, there are so many layers and so many things that goes into the law of attraction that I can't really fit into one video, or else I'd be sitting here forever, which I already was today. I really hope you got some value out of today's video. If you did, I really hope you subscribe below and also leave this video a like and a comment, because that really helps out my YouTube channel, and it also helps get my message out to more people. And if you feel like a friend or family member can benefit from any of this, please share this with them. Share this on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, or whatever you use. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!